Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, this is not going to be a fun video, I can tell you that right now. It is more informational, and I'm just going to be upfront right off the bat. I don't know all the stuff going on with this topic, but I have been watching videos. I'm trying to do as much research as I can, and I wanted to make you guys aware of this as well. So, most of you probably already know about this, but about all the stuff going around YouTube with the new COPPA law with the FTC. Now, some of you probably don't know what that is, so I will kind of explain what it is. The FTC is the Federal Trade Commission. They are in charge of enforcing and regulating the COPPA law. COPPA stands for Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Basically, it is to protect kids on personal information online. So while this is that's a great thing, honestly, we do need to protect kids online because sometimes they just don't know what they're getting into. This new law that is supposed to go into effect January 1st is going to impact not just creators, but it's going to impact the kids as well. So the real issue, the thing with the COPPA law is how they're doing it now is YouTube is now going to have to require everyone to mark their content, creators to mark their content as kid-friendly or not made for kids. So I have been asked to do this, and I'm still in the process. I've got to go through all my videos and figure out what is a kid video and what is not. Obviously, the videos like this with Star Stable, that is going to have to be marked kid-friendly, which is... it's gonna happen. I'm okay with it for the most part. The problem is there are certain features that are going to be lost, but we will get to that in a second. Just to explain kind of what the personalized ads do, there are two kinds of ads that can pop up on a video. It's the conceptualized ads, or contextualized ads, and personalized ads. The contextualized ads are basically things that are shown based on what the viewer is watching right now, like it's related to the video. The personalized ads they look at the viewer's whole history, what they've looked at before, and basically say, oh, here's something you would be interested in. That's what those are. And that makes up a majority of a creator's revenue. It's like 60 to 90% is what I've heard. So that would really and basically the law would take away those ads from any video that was marked as child appealing or made for kids. So that would hurt a lot of YouTubers' revenue. Me personally, I don't make any money off this, so that's not as big a deal to me. The problem comes when I think I'm not sure what I'm supposed to mark a video. Because one of the consequences of marking it wrong is you could be fined up to $42,000 for a violation, which is a lot of money, and that's per video. And as you guys know, I have a lot of videos on my channel. Now, some of them can be pretty obvious what is kids friendly and what is not. Other ones, there's a real gray area. And the rules too on what is kid friendly and what is not, it's very vague. It's very, very vague. So basically, every creator is going to have to do this. They're going to have to mark their stuff. I've got to go through all my videos and my streams and just mark it. But what this could mean in the future is what this will basically take away. If your content is marked as child made for kids or child friendly, you will lose several features, honestly, on your channel. For one, personalized ads, I already said. Again, not that big a deal to me because I don't make money in the first place, and that's not why I started YouTube to begin with. The feature that really I don't want to be taken away, that would be taken away, is the comments. If a video is marked as made for kids, then the comment section will be completely gone. People won't be able to comment on a channel, And I will not be able to interact with all of you guys, which I know I love to do. I know you guys like it too. And I just don't want that to go away. So that's one thing that would be taken away from us. The other things that would be taken away include notifications, info cards, and end screens, which honestly is a great feature because creators can put like different links into other things that someone might want to see. Stories will be taken away, which I don't use stories that much. I have Instagram and stuff for that if I want to put a story on, but some people do use that. The community tab, which I have used in the past, I don't really think too many people pay attention to it on my channel personally, but a lot of creators will use that to get some info out to their viewers when something like is happening and they can't make a video. They'll just say, hey, this is going on the community tab, and then people will see it. But that would be completely gone on a child, a kid's channel is what they would call it. And you also wouldn't be able to save any videos to a playlist or a watch later list. So that would be I think that would be a big thing because a lot of people like to make playlists on YouTube. I make them for my videos, and I have used the watch later thing. It's quite handy, especially when you want to watch a video but you're not good at remembering the titles. I am terrible at remembering video titles, so that really is a helpful thing. But with this new law, that would not be a thing. So really, what is this law going to do, not just for creators, but for the kids? For creators, it's going to take away a lot of their revenue and their ability, their freedom to basically create whatever they want on YouTube. Because they're going to either be... This new law is going to actually discourage like family-friendly content. Like, I consider mine family-friendly content because anybody can watch it. Like, I think that's for anybody. Now, there are a few videos that I would say that has some language in it that I would not recommend for kids. And I'm sure some of you know those videos are, but for the most part, I think my content is very family-friendly. And this would take away that, like, ability. It would basically take away the ability to classify it in that mid-zone. Because then, like, people who want to comment on my videos won't be able to. And it just takes, again, like I said before, it'll take away that connection that I really don't want to take away. It'll also, in turn, by discouraging quality kid content, it'll discourage that quality kid content because people don't want to risk, like, violating that law. But what creators will then, and plus two, they won't make as much money. They aren't going to be making as much money because they won't have personalized ads. So they'll think, oh, I need to create more mature content. And so in turn, that encourages that mature content. And then there will be less quality content for kids to watch. And creators will be constantly pressured to make that more mature video, like use stronger language just to make it something that they would not have a kid watch. And just to mention it too, like, even if some video is marked as not a kid-directed video, that doesn't mean that a kid's not going to watch it. Kids are very resourceful nowadays. They find a way around everything. And, I mean, I know when I was a kid, there was a bunch of my friends on Facebook. Facebook had they had like an age restriction on it, and like YouTube does as well. You have to be 13 or up to actually have an account on YouTube, unless it's YouTube Kids. And kids will lie about their age all the time just to get onto stuff. So they're going to still watch the content no matter what. So really, this law isn't going to protect kids very well. And I think what would better protect kids is the parents intervening, not placing all this on the creators. Because there's only so much the creators can do. Like, they can market, yeah, but they're not responsible for that kid coming onto their channel. And parents have YouTube Kids and YouTube Premium where they could control what their child is watching. Now, a lot of parents, though, what they do is they get a device and they just give it to their child. in a way, that's all consent, unless they just don't know what they're handing their kid, which most people nowadays in this world do know about all this stuff, and they're aware of what is online. They know what the power that they're giving their child. So in a way, that's already consent, like saying, here you go, you can watch this. So in a way, that's already consent right there. So what this is doing, honestly, to YouTube right now, a lot of creators are forced to mark their videos. Like, I know a few creators are very discouraged because they're not going to be making as much money. They're either going to be forced to shut down their channel or business completely. Because a lot of people, like, they have a this is their full-time job, and they have a staff that they they make money and they pay to make their quality content. But because of this law, they won't be able to do that. So they're going to have to make, like, different cuts to their businesses. They're going to have to, they might even leave YouTube to go somewhere else, to try and find somewhere else to do their stuff. I know some other YouTubers are actually having to cut down on content and go get a job. Which, again, I'm not against that. I have a job myself. I don't, like I said, I don't make any money off of YouTube. But for those of the content creators who this is their full-time job, they've done this for years, they shouldn't have to suffer because of this new rule, I think. I just don't think that's fair to them. And again, it's not just because a kid sees something online, the creator didn't go to this child and say, hey, watch this. It just seems a little unfair to me. I understand completely why they're doing this, but it just seems, I don't think this is the best way to handle it. I feel like it could be handled differently. So basically, what the rules around what a kid video is they're very vague. YouTube is basically telling people, like, think about if it appeals to a kid, or if there's something in it that appeals to a kid, or if the audience is primarily anybody under the age of 13, then you should mark it as children friendly content. So that's kind of what YouTube has been saying. Again, though, the rules around what can be made what is a kid's video is very vague. It can be anywhere from, like, it could have little if the video has toys in it, if it has a child actor in it, if there's just anything a kid would like even a game like this is more considered a child video because of the game I'm playing right now. And a lot of people are going to have to be forced to mark their videos that way because of just one little thing in their video. Like, even a lot of things I've seen of, like, craft channels are going to be affected a lot because these are adults making these crafts, but there's something that would appeal to a kid. Like, maybe they're doing something with a doll, or they include a toy, or colored pencils, like Crayola colored pencils that kids use all the time in art class. So that's just one example of what could be. It's not just a kid's thing, but they're going to market as, hey, this is a kid's video, just because of what's used in it, when in fact it's a video for everybody. So what can we do to stand up to this? There is a petition going around that everyone is trying to sign. I have signed it myself, and a bunch of my friends, if you know the Stober Bros, their channel, they are one of the guys, or he was on our group chat yesterday encouraging us all to sign it. I signed it yesterday. I signed it yesterday, like, morning, and have been, like, researching it ever since. And he's encouraging people to sign it. I would encourage you guys to. I'm going to put the link to it in the description down below, so that you guys can check it out. That's all we request. All we request is a signature, guys. You don't have to do anything else, because just to make our voices be heard, we need to get out there and, like, say, hey, there's a different other side to this. This is, like, yes, it is important to protect our kids, but look at what this law is going to do to creators. We need to take a stand, make our voices heard. Another thing you can also do is actually write a comment to the FTC. They are actually being very open about this because they don't, from what I understand, they don't know a lot about YouTube and its creators and what it's all about. So they are very open. They have opened it up to comments from not just creators but viewers as well, to leave a comment to them about like what they think of this law and stuff. What's just giving your opinion, what you value on YouTube. And so I encourage you all to go over there, write a very civil and polite comment. Don't just go and hate on the law. Say like be very polite and just say, hey, I'm a viewer or I'm a creator, and this is what I value on here, and I strongly encourage you to rethink these laws or these rules because something about this concerns me. Like, tell them what concerns you, what has you worried, and what you as a viewer or creator value on YouTube, and just let them know like what they'd be taking away. And yeah, and they are very open to it. They read every comment, so it would really help a lot to just because they want to learn. They want to learn why YouTube is like it is. So we need to make sure we're there, we make our voices heard, but we do it in a civil way. So that's basically all I know on this. If you want to learn more, most of the info I've gotten, it's from a channel called J House Law. He was a family vlog. He's a family vlog channel. He used to be a practicing attorney. He's not anymore, but he's been kind of on the forefront of this whole thing. He's the one that made the petition, I believe, and he's actually talked to people at the FTC about this all. He's just basically been educating everybody on this, and that's where I got most of my information from. So definitely go ahead and check him out. Go check out his videos. He's got a couple on it, and he's gonna keep us updated on what's going on. So yeah, guys. So I know this wasn't a good fun video, but I feel like this is too important not to talk about, especially when so much of my content is going to be affected by this. So I think that we need to just rally together, unite, make our voices heard, and just hopefully change this before it actually gets enacted on January 1st, because this is going to affect a lot of people, like not just the kids channels, but every YouTuber there is. It's going to affect the creators, the viewers. It's going to affect the kind of content we see in the future on YouTube. And for all we know, that could just make YouTube might not exist if this keeps going the way it is. So we need to take a stand and try and change things, because we are stronger together. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. So I know this was a long video, but I appreciate all of you, every one of you. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.